morning, guys. All right, it's April 20th, one day before OPEX for the month of April. And here we are in the market. Early morning video is 7:30 right now. Early morning, and SPX actually is looking pretty good when for today. I've been talking about the 4200 for a while. You guys can see how that was the February high, and now we're having a hard time getting through it, even though there is a lot of activity for OPEX for tomorrow. But there is also activity right on the 4100. So if you look at the market, we've been stuck in this range now for about 3 weeks, right between 41 and 4200. This is a weekly chart. So if after OPEX we were to pull back, then probably we're going to be looking for maybe a 4100 test on the SPX, which will be 4125 for the Emini, or potentially even go and test the 4000. Okay, that will be very, very nice. Let me take you to the E-mini. Those of you who are going to be trading the E-mini today, this is market profile. And yesterday, before I jump to the E-mini, we talked about it yesterday. We talked about protecting your portfolio. We talked about how to play along. And this is what we did. So we did a bunch of trades. One of them was to go with SPX directly. Some puts. We bought the 41.55 for the month of May, right? With 20 days out to go. And pretty successful. We are going to be able this morning to probably between now and tomorrow, if the market continues to go down, to print maybe about $2,000 to $3,000 on this trade. Currently is about 26% return, and this is the put for the month of May. What they also did was we went long the VIX. Remember yesterday the VIX was at the lowest point, 52 weeks low, I believe, and we started loading yesterday 16 calls. This was for the day after FOMC, or actually that's FOMC day for the 3rd of May. And we also loaded a couple of Julys, right? We loaded the July 16, we loaded the July 18, and we even bought a couple of them for the 17. These were bought, I think, last week. So we've been doing this, and now as well, I believe we can probably print another $1,000, maybe $2,000 between now and Friday. Or next week. So it's up to you guys. You guys decide what to do. If you guys want to ring the register and get some money out of the market, we can probably do about 2 to 3K between now and tomorrow. We also did a SPY, and we bought those SPY 16 of June expiration, and we bought them for about $9, and they are going to be pretty juicy probably this morning. We don't have yet the price, but they're going to be pretty good. Those of you who bought those, very good, fantastic. Also, we did a bear call spread. We did a 2021. This expires the 19th of May. We sold it for about $460. I'm expecting this one to probably print some P&L within a week if the market continues to reject that 4200, and this one can actually go and expire completely worthless. All right, so kudos to those of you who follow some of the great trades that we do here at Order Flow University. Now let me take you to the E-mini, because yesterday E-mini did open with a gap. Remember, we did close the gap yesterday, right? So we did have a gap yesterday. We closed it. We moved inside the previous day range, and I believe I gave you a couple of analyses. One of the analyses that we were looking for was for the market to completely go long the market. Once that gap was closed, the idea goes to go long the market, right? Once you get inside the previous day range, you start getting long, and this was when the market was at 41.71. And I keep telling my guys, listen, you do have exit number 1, which will be right around 71.75. This was the first exit. Once you close that gap, you should expect the market, once you are inside the previous day range, to go to value area low. And that was your first exit, previous day value area low. Your second stop was to look for the VPOC and TPOC of the previous day, and this was exit number 2 and exit number 3. And right to the tick, we were able to capture about, I believe we did about $5,000 on a couple of accounts in the room. So fantastic day. Yesterday was a pretty good day when it came to the market. We also created an ASML iron condor, which is going to give us 100% return on that. and we did some pretty good when it comes to trading futures. Trading the Emini on its own gave us about $4,000. Okay, this is our Apex accounts. Those of you who trade Apex with PA accounts, and it was about a $4,000 day, just looking good. Today we're gonna do another rinse and repeat. We're gonna try to go and try to print another 4 or 5,000 bucks today. So here we go. What are we going to do today is we're going to have a gap once again, right? Once again, you will have a gap. Now the gap is going to be pretty small. The one's kind of similar to the one that we have yesterday, from 41.56 to 41.52 as of 7:30 this morning. Now pay attention to this because this is the same theme that I've been observing over the past couple of weeks, since last week, excuse me. So what happened? We had this 41.17, which was the line in the sand, okay, for a couple of weeks ago, and now we're making this series of market profiles where every single day we are creating these higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. Okay, you can see the theme here. But if you look at the overnight price auction, you're seeing sometimes that type of reversal, but then again you're seeing these buyers, right, holding that zero gamma, and zero gamma is a 4100. Okay, zero gamma is sitting right at 4124 on the E-mini, which is nothing more than 4100 on SPX. So those of you who love to trade SPX with me, we'll see if today, right, today I'm seeing something that is caught my attention, and that's the large volume that we are printing here overnight. Overnight, we are printing a lot of volume right under the 41.52. So if you get out of this balance of volume, chances are we're going to reclaim once again the same theme that we saw yesterday. Look for the market to balance in this area. Now back to the trade setup that we are going to look. There was something that last week I mentioned, and that was the importance of value. And this market continues to balance right above this 41.44. You can see that this was the value area low from last Thursday, right? This is last Thursday, and if you look at the top, the value area high was sitting right at the 41.77. Well, that has been pretty much the range, right, since then. And if you look at the bigger picture, look at the larger picture, this is your area of balance. And until you get out of this area of balance, there is nowhere to go. Okay, a lot of people are just going to be getting trapped, thinking that the market is going to drop, and indeed all the market is doing right now is balancing act. All the market is doing is trying to balance. So don't get all excited, right? Don't go looking for, chasing butterflies, like I said. Instead, start looking at the larger picture. We are in this nice area of balance. We did get like 1, 2, 3 days of balance right here in just in this section, and then we did try to break out, right? We did make an attempt to do the breakout, but then now we have this beautiful fin pivot, and this is a fin setup that I love when I'm trading, and that is that now you went back inside, and now you are testing this area. Okay, you're testing the top, and this is gonna give me my lightning bolt. And yesterday at the close, actually right before the close, we were loading those SPX right here, and the reason we were loading those SPX, it was due to this setup. This is an A+ setup that I teach in the room. Fin pivots are fantastic once you get them going. They're a pretty good money making machine, just like an ATM. So today your job is to monitor, are we going to drop below the 45? And if you do drop below the 45, then we will be looking for a couple of high volume nodes. See if we're gonna go and tag them. One of them is right at the singles, right? We left some singles at 41.28. Now remember, 41.28 in the E-mini, it is 4100 SPX, which is where a lot of people are sitting for tomorrow OPEX. So pay attention to that. Okay, pay attention to that. So again, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this helps you out in your trading. And just note that if you do get to close this small gap, it's going to be a small gap, maybe at the most, I see 45 here, at the most it's going to be about 10-15 points. They are very easy to get close because market makers are going to try to correct this inventory, right? First price auction of the day will be to correct it. Now if you do get an open and go and this market continue to move lower, then what you want to be looking is for those areas of rejection and the areas where you can exit your trade if you are short. So if I am short this market from the 60s, let's say that you were to fail at the previous day low and don't go inside of it, well, if you fail here, you're going to be looking to exit all the way at 41.30s, potentially 41.24, 25, even the 17. You can exit that trade. But if you get back inside the previous day range, I mean, it's going to be the same, right? Rinse and repeat from yesterday. Chances are we're going to squeeze people back to value area low from the previous day, which is now this point of control from overnight, right around 41.68. And this will make sense because we have a nice volume right here, nice HBN at the top. All right, so enjoy the rest of the day. I'm going to be in the chat today, and I'll see you guys in the trading room. Thank you so much for watching this video. Again, if it has helped you, please don't forget to subscribe. I'm going to go ahead and post this in YouTube. Thank you so much for coming to the room. God bless. I'll be seeing you guys in the trading room.